Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. I was watching Hannah Louise Boston's videos and she posted, I think a week ago, the starting my makeup collection from scratch type of video. And then today I was just watching it. She was doing a review of what she thought of the products that she chose for that makeup collection from scratch and what type of products she was missing. So I wanted to do my makeup collection from scratch if I could just do it. I'm not gonna go into that many details in a lot of the products because you have seen them before on my channel, but I thought I could show them to you and just let you guys know why I'm choosing them and if I had extra money, which ones I would add. I also have a video that's called If I Could Only Keep One, and I think I did one version and then I did a year later another version of it. And you can always see my favorites, my yearly favorites and stuff. But this is a fun one because makeup taste always change and it's ever evolving, but a few products are just staples and they're always the same. And I'm gonna tell you which ones are and which ones I've actually replaced, because I have replaced a few, but overall they're basically something that I know I've been loving for ages right now. So if you want to see that, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that even though this is not real, because if I lost all my makeup, I wouldn't have the money to purchase all the products that I'm gonna show you. Let's just imagine that throughout a year, I would purchase makeup until I had like a makeup bag full with these products, because I wouldn't purchase 5 lip products at a time, or I wouldn't purchase 4 blushes or 2 bronzers at a time, but I would purchase one and then the next month the other one, and so and so. So let's just start in the order of the face. The first product that I chose was a blurring primer, and for me these are essential because I'm oily on my T-zone and I always have big pores. And the one that I've been using now is the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer, the blurring version of it, and I love it because it's silicone free. The Professional used to be my all-time favorite, but now I found that this one moves my makeup less around my mouth because it's not a primer done with silicone. So this is one that I would highly recommend, and it's how I would start my face for sure. Then right away I do foundation, and I was thinking, to be honest, that I should add a tinted moisturizer right here, but the one that I wanted to add, which is the one from NARS, the NARS Radiant Tinted Moisturizer, that one I don't have it, so I won't be able to show it to you. But that was the first foundation product that I used, and that would be a product that I would use every day. In my makeup mood nowadays, I would love to have a tinted moisturizer and use that for every day, and then always have a high coverage concealer, and that would be it. And a foundation for when I go out. And the foundation that I would purchase would be the Estee Lauder Double Wear in the shade 2W2 Rattan. And this is my favorite foundation. It has been my favorite foundation for years. The one that I trust for when I'm gonna go out to an event, because it will never fail me and it will hold my oils more than any other foundation. So I know that that one would be the one for me to trust. Then this is the Born This Way concealer. For the past 3 days I used the NARS Radiant Creamy, and that's definitely my favorite over this one. I find that the consistency is a little bit different, but the end result is basically the same. I just prefer the NARS one. The NARS one ends up being more expensive. I think I would purchase this because of the value. Again, this is number 2 in my top 3 of concealers. I would buy the shade Almond. I love the doe food. It's huge. It covers beautifully. It would last me ages. And like I said, I could use it for the days where I didn't have a tinted moisturizer and just wanted to cover a few spots. I remembered then that when I didn't have the amount of makeup that I have right now, I never like to cover my pimples when I really want to cover them with concealer or foundation. I cover them, of course, I put my foundation on and then I can put my concealer on, but I love to do the pinpoint method from Lisa Eldridge, and for that I adore my Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer. I purchased this when I started doing my makeup collection, and this is a nice product because these can also be turned as a tinted moisturizer if you mix it with a hydrating product or a moisturizer, or it can be mixed with your primer. It can be mixed with a lot of things and you can thin it out, and this little pot will last you ages. So that this would be the high coverage concealer that I would need for my pimples, or to use as a tinted moisturizer when I would want to. For powder, I don't even have to think about it. It's the Laura Mercier translucent powder. This is my favorite powder. It's my most repurchased powder in my makeup collection. It was my first high-end powder, and it's just the one that keeps working for me. Again, it works with my oily skin. It's consistent. It's always flawless. It never gives me flashback. I would never have a powder foundation. That would be when I was in college. When I moved to the US, I didn't wear powder foundation ever again as a standalone product. Then on top of that, I always go with bronzer, blush, and highlighter. So then this was a tough one because for bronzer, I like matte bronzers better than shimmery bronzers, but I do love variety. And these were the products that I chose and purchased the most when I started buying makeup. I bought a ton of blushes the first year that I started collecting makeup because blush is my weakness when it comes to makeup. And then bronzer as well, and bronzer I go through it quickly. And I've been loving bronzy looks, like looking like I do today, which is with a bronze glow overall. So I know I would purchase these bronzer or the Hoola bronzer. These two are in the same spot. But the Hoola bronzer, I have it in a mini, so I didn't show that to you guys. But they are both beautiful. This is the Soleil bronzer, and it's basically the same as the Hoola. It smells beautiful. I love it. I truly do love it, and the packaging is really, really nice, and it's more sleek for the little makeup bag that I would have. The Laura Mercier matte bronzing powder in the shade Soleil. It amazed me because when I had to choose between the bronzers, the ones that I've been using are Laguna, Hoola, which are staples in my collection, then this one and the other Laura Mercier baked bronzers. And the packaging had a lot to do with it, but I love the pigmentation of this one. I love the color for my skin when I'm light or more fair, and the scent of this one. It's one of my most loved bronzers in my makeup collection, and one of the most loved bronzers that are shimmery that I could use on a daily basis is the Too Faced Sweetheart bronzer in the shade Sweet Tea. And this is just wonderful. This one, I don't mind the packaging, even though it's bulky, because this is a beautiful, beautiful product. It's just something that I can use as a replacement for blush or on top of the matte bronzer just to mix it up and to get a glowy look. It's just one of those that I could wear every day. I just have so many products that I do not pan it, and I don't really want to run out of it, but it's one of the most beautiful bronzers that I own. Then I apply highlighter, and for me this wasn't hard. I thought about grabbing the Bank de Sable palette from NARS, but I didn't grab it because they're not selling it anywhere. It was limited edition and it's done and gone, and those are 3 highlighters. And to be honest, if I was starting from scratch, I wouldn't really buy a highlighting palette. I would buy a blush palette that had a highlight and a bronzer, but I wouldn't buy a highlighting palette. But the only highlighter that I would be crazy about, like the highlighter that would just be my dream highlighter, it would be the Anastasia Amarizi highlighter. The reason why is because this one can be as subtle as you like and it can be as bright as you like, and I love the shade of it. And this surprised me because if I could only keep one, I would keep this highlighter, and I love highlighters and have so many, but this one would be the winner for sure. I just adore it, and I love how rude it can look on the cheeks. For blush, I wanted something bronzy and something that had a hint of orange, like sort of a bronzer blush, because I've been so into that look right now that I can't truly think about something else. I love peachy blushes, but lately I've been just wanting more of a bronzy blush or a sunburned reddish blush, or the pink one from Laura Mercier, the strawberry one. It makes me look awake. So I chose 3 blushes because if I truly had to choose, I would choose a pinky nude, a warm tone nude, and then a reddish blush. Those are my favorite right now. I thought that 3 was enough for starting my makeup collection or restarting it. The first one that I chose is Wild Honey by Becca, and I think this is the perfect, by definition, the bronzy blush, and it's warm but it's nude at the same time, and it could give me the look that I have, and I could mix it with the highlighter to get more of a shimmery type of look, but it's so pretty. For a nudie blush, sort of like the blush that I would use for a smoky eye, it used to be mattely, but since I have that one in a palette, I don't reach for it anymore. But Chai is just precious. And chai or madly are basically the same color. They're nudes that have a pinky tone to them. So even though I chose two nudes, they're completely different, and you're gonna see them here. The Laura Mercier blushes, I have to swatch them heavily because they're not super pigmented right away, but they are beautiful on the cheeks. So you can see this light pink. That's why I wouldn't miss the strawberry if I had these three. And then this one is just Wild Honey from Becca. And then the one that makes me look like if I was burning in the sun is Orgasm X. And I mentioned this on my last favorites video, and this is so beautiful. But then again, it can be blended and it can look like a sun-kissed look and really light if you decide to diffuse it a ton. So you can see it right there. I don't think I would need anymore, but I think at some point blushes would be the one thing that I would purchase more than any other product because I already lived through it. Then I would get the Radiant Light Powder by Hourglass. And I have here my ambient lighting powder in the shade Diffuse Light. And this is not my favorite, and you can see how worn, used, and abused it is. But the Radiant Light one that I have is closed in its box because I haven't opened it. And that's for my makeup artistry kit. But if I could just redo my makeup collection, I would only purchase that one. I use this to buff my makeup, and I use it every single day. There's not a day that goes by that I don't buff my makeup. And this is definitely the product that I use to do it. For a highlighter, even though I chose the Amazing one that I love and that I take everywhere with me, and if I travel, even if I take another highlighter, I always take this one, is the WhatsApp by Benefit. And this is a highlighter that I can apply on my nose, I can apply after I powder my face. It's beautiful and it's more subtle. And it's more on the champagne side, not as gold. Even if this is a light gold, it's a gold highlighter. It can be used when you are not wearing that much makeup or when you don't want a highlighted look. Something that I never show you guys but I love, and I used to purchase and repurchase this when I lived in New York, is the Palmer's Cocoa Butter Formula with SPF 15. This is a lip balm, and it's the lip balm that I've been using every day. I would have a lip mask, but I don't think it would be a priority if I was just starting my makeup collection. But this one I would buy a 3-pack from Amazon, and I would always have it in different coats and different handbags because it moisturizes my lips beautifully. My brow routine would be simple. Precisely My Brow by Benefit and the Givenchy Mr. Brow Groom. For mascara, I would choose any mascara, to be honest. I think I would buy the Essence Lash Princess, which I don't have right now, the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black. But the mascara that I would love to have, would be the Hypnose Drama Mascara by Lancome, or the Monsieur Big Mascara by Lancome, or the IT Cosmetics Superhero, I think that's the name, mascara from IT Cosmetics. But the one product that I wouldn't change is the L'Oreal Voluminous Primer. And the mascaras, I'm gonna leave everything linked below, but those mascaras are interchangeable because they give me a lot of volume. But the truth is that I don't die for mascara. If I have my primer, I'm good. I could use anything. Today I'm wearing a mascara that I don't like, which is the Urban Decay Troublemaker. And it looks okay and it's good. I don't mind it. The L'Oreal base is something that I use almost the 365 days of the year. So these I would definitely keep in mind. For eye products, I have a few right here. The two that I know that I would have no matter what, it would be the two Rimmel liners, the one in black and the one in nude. And probably I would even have one in brown. I don't buy them because I have Urban Decay liners that I want to finish, but I'm sure that I would have a brown and maybe a warm brown and a dark brown, and I wouldn't mind because these are so affordable. And then I would have a wing liner like this one, like the roller liner. It used to be at one point the Kat Von D tattoo liner that would be always in my makeup collection, but since I tried this one, I think this one lasts longer. Not on my eyes because they both last the same amount of time. The product in itself, I think this comes with more product. It doesn't dry out as quickly. So I love this. This is the roller liner by Benefit, and this is a smaller size, and it has lasted me, I think, over a year. This is something that I adore. This is the Laura Mercier Caviar Sticks in the shade Metallic Taupe, and you can see that it has gone down quite a lot. And I love this. I'm gonna swatch it because I love this as an inner corner highlight. Oh, that's so pretty. or just as an eyeshadow all over my lid with mascara. This is my favorite caviar stick for sure. And I know they stay put. It's easy to use and I would just carry it for touch-ups and it would be great. And then for lip products, I chose two lip glosses, which are the Fenty Beauty gloss. I would prefer the original one, the Fenty Glow, but I have Fussy right now. And then I would love the Lip Maximizer by Dior. You can see that I've worn it and use it a ton. And I love to wear these before I apply my makeup and then after I finish my makeup on top. But I love the Fenty lip gloss. They make me look as if I just got lip injections and I truly adore that. For a liner, I only chose one, which is the Makeup Forever 1C. And the Makeup Forever line is amazing. I used to use the 3C a ton, but now I'm into the 1C for sure. And it's the one that I'm wearing today on my lips. I wear it almost every single day. And it's this one right here. It's more of a pinky nude. It's so wonderful. For lip products, I know I would carry Le Rouge Perfecto. Let me show this one to you, but this is not the one. The one that I would purchase is the one that I have in my purse. It's the shade Perfect Pink. And the Perfect Pink, it makes your lips look like they're pouty and pinky. And that's my favorite for sure. I would have that. If I could only choose one lip product, that would be it. I was thinking if I should get a red, but I wouldn't. I almost never wear a red. Sometimes like once a year, twice a year for a video. It would be better for me to grab a fuchsia like Rio from Anastasia, but even that I wear like once a year. So I would probably ask my mom for a lipstick and apply it and that would be it. But I never wear that. I always wear either Le Rouge Perfecto or nudes. And I would definitely have a liquid lipstick for when I go out to events. And this is the Kylie Cosmetics Exposed Liquid Lipstick. This has been my favorite liquid lipstick this past year. My mom gave it to me and I've been loving it. I love it because it's a little bit darker. It's this one right here. This product, I used to wear it constantly and it would be the only lip product and it's the one that I'm wearing today. This is the Too Faced Melted in the shade Melted Nude and it's so pretty. I recommended this when they released it to everyone. It's really similar to the one from Kylie, but this is a lipstick. It's a melted lipstick and these are so comfortable, easy to use, and they come in a variety of shades. I'm hoping that they never discontinue them because these are really nice on the lips. And I think they're easy to travel with, they're easy to carry, and they are easy to apply as well. And you never feel like your lips are dry or too dry for them. Then I've been adoring lately, and this you can see that it has been worn again because I'm going to start to pull it out. And this is Vibe by Laura Mercier, and this is more of a pinky nude, but I love nudes. I know I would choose a nude all the time. And then this one, even though it's not available anymore, this is the L'Absolu Rouge in the shade Last Minute, and this was a collab with Camila Coelho, and this is more on the peachy side, and it's super hydrating, and they have a line full of these lipsticks at Lancome, and it's this one right here, the one on top. And I truly love this lipstick. I think it's wonderful. If I could go back in time, I would purchase more of these lipsticks. I would purchase all the nudes and one of the corally shades that was so beautiful. So yeah, but I would buy nudes and I wouldn't miss any other color for sure. I love this color. I would love variety when it came to blushes and lip products, but these are sort of the colors that I love. And this formula, I love it even better than Spirited. This is the YSL in the shade number 8. And this is the Volupte Tintin Balm. And I truly, truly like this. I find this to be so pretty. It's the orangey shade, the one in the bottom. And then last but not least, for eyeshadow palettes, the one that I chose, and it surprised even me, is the Amarizi, because I didn't want to choose two different palettes. And if I would have gotten Soft Glam, I would have gotten another palette on top of that. But if I had to only buy one, just one, it would be this one, because it comes with a lot of the shades that I love from the Soft Glam palette. I would replace the pink, even though that's my favorite pink, for the purple right here. And I have a black, a brown. These warm tones I use almost every day. Not this palette, but these warm tones, I can find them in every other palette. then I would love Anastasia. That would be my go-to. And I would have pops of color and glitter. I never think that I need a bone color in a palette. That's just not something that I go towards or reach towards. I almost never hit panning those shades on my palette, so they are not essentials for me. But a black and a brown are, and a brown metallic is also essential for me. Something sort of like a gold but with a hint of orange is even perfect for me. This blue I wouldn't use that much, but I would use it from time to time. Then Barb is amazing, pinky shade. And then these beautiful wine color, these brown with a hint of red in it. It's beautiful, or a hint of violet in it is beautiful. And then Reezy would be another pop of color. So I know that I would get a lot of use out of it. But if you want something simpler, then the Soft Glam is my favorite palette in my entire collection. It's just that this one, if I was dipping my toes into makeup again and I could only have one palette, it would have different things. And then if I was allowed to purchase more stuff, I thought about these two and I couldn't just not get them. Just imagine that I have the Amarizi one. I would add these two palettes. This is the Natasha Denona Tropic and this is the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. These are just palettes that make me happy every time I open them. I've been using a lot the Tropic palette and I love all the mattes in here that are so nude and beautiful. I'm wearing them today on my eyelids. I'm wearing Fake Tan, Pastel Melon and a hint of Cocoa. And then I'm wearing Mint Frost inside the inner parts of the blue liner that I'm using today. But this is just a palette that when I want to play, I can play, and colors for every day I have galore. I have a lot of transition shades, which are my favorite shades of all time. If I have to only have one eyeshadow, it would be something like Fake Tan or Sahara. I would wear that every day and I wouldn't be upset about wearing it every day. So those are colors that I would definitely use a ton. I'm happy that I got to purchase this palette because I thought it was gonna be discontinued. It never was, I think, but it's just one of the best palettes that Natasha Denona came up with. Even though people say it's not consistent, it's not amazing, mine works just fine. And then my favorite, not because it's practical from Natasha Denona, but because of the color scheme, is the Sunrise palette. I even thought about putting this one as the only palette, but then I immediately regretted it because I know that I always love a brown and a black in my eyeshadow palettes, and I love to have transitions like the ones in the Natasha Denona Tropic palette, or like the two that I showed you right here, the two warm tones that you can see right there in the bottom row, New Yorker and OG. Those are things that I can go to when I don't really want to play that much with makeup. But when it comes to color scheme, things that I use on the daily basis when I want to look beautiful and soft and romantic, this is the palette that it's a go-to for me because I love reddish tone like this when I want to do drama. I prefer to do reddish smoky eye, brick smoky eye over a black one. And when I want to wear, and colors that I would wear every day would be Awakening, Morgan, Dayspring, Laurel, then Carnelian I love, Jasper I love, Clove I love, Poppy I love. This palette, I love it in every sense and every form. I just think it's a beautiful, beautiful palette. And I would highly recommend that if you have it, just to pull it back out. Just to pull it back out because it's that pretty. The only color that I wouldn't use that much is Oster because I'm not that into purple shadows. But the rest of the colors, I would wear all of them. So if I could have 3 palettes, shopping to play and to enjoy my new collection, I would shop for those 3 and that would be awesome. And then if I could get a sample of the All Nighter, I would. But if not, I would probably buy Fix Plus by MAC in the scent Coconut, and that would be my go-to just to buff my face with liquid or just to enhance my eyeshadows. And that's it for this video, you guys. I actually enjoyed doing this. For the emoji, if you watch the entire video, let's just put something related to chai because of the blush that I chose from Laura Mercier. That's it, you guys. I love you, and I guess I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.